Hello, my name is Carlos, and this is my Tableau presentation. As part of this project, I was assigned the task to find out how much money was being spent at Walmart during the 4 months that this research was happening. During my research in Tableau, I noticed that Walmart was indeed a top 25 vendor being used by the university employees. You can see this this circle chart here. This shows you the top 25 vendors, and Walmart being represented here by the small circle. This shows that there were $9,269 spent at Walmart during the first 4 months, which seems like a lot, but it's not a lot compared to some of the bigger vendors here around, represented by bigger circles. Out of those $9,269 spent at Walmart, there were 64 employees that used their P-card during those 4 months that amounted to that amount. As you can see here on my dashboard, this illustrates every single transaction from all 64 employees that used their P-card during the 4 months of the research. Like, for example, Arnold Mitchell here, on February, he used his P-card for $33. One transaction amount to $33. Same thing can be done for Kathy. Kathy used her card on April for $170. She used her card twice for amount $170. We can go down the list. Let's find Jarvis here. He happens to be the one that spent the most during this 4 months research. He spent $1,804 in April. He used his card twice in April for an amount total together $1,804. Now, this, even though he didn't make a purchase the previous 3 months before he made these 2 big purchases here, I don't see anything wrong with this, since the problem states that each employee has a maximum of $2,000 per transaction per day. Per transaction, or $2,500 per day, and a maximum of $20,000 per month. Even though Jarvis spent the card twice, he didn't go over the thresholds at all, so that makes it okay, I guess. Other than that, if you go down the list, everything seems pretty normal to me. Bernie, here in March, he spent $1,559. If you click on that, he used the card 3 times in March for that amount, $1,559. We can go down the line. We can keep going and see the amounts being spent. Again, we can go down here and we can see the amount of transactions being made by each employees along their spending habits, and their spending corresponding spending to those transactions they made. Again, going down this list, I don't see any unusual activity. We have people like Bernie that use their key card 7 times for $1,900. That's usual. You can click on them and see a breakdown. Even though he spent $1,500, almost $1,600 in March, which is higher than usual for him, as opposed to $325 in February or $38 in April. You can always go back to Bernie and ask him why the huge difference between months. But again, if we go over the limits that each employee has per day, which is $2,500, something for $1,500, $1,600, it seems a little off, since it's a way bigger number than the previous months and the following month. But we can always go back, thanks to softwares like Tableau, where we can figure these things out, and we can go back to Bernie and ask him questions. Besides that, that's pretty much it. I didn't, I didn't find any unusual activity. Um, a lot of people use their card at Walmart, but nothing out of line, out of the ordinary. Everything seems okay. We had a couple guys that spent more than others, like Bernie and Jarvis. But besides that, I didn't find anything suspicious or anything that would raise questions during my research. And that's the end of my presentation.